You walk into a room and nobody turns. You speak and people half listen. You work harder than anyone around you, and somehow, someone else gets the credit, the attention, the respect. You are not imagining it. People are not drawn to you the way they are drawn to certain other men. And that gap, that invisible distance between you and the men who seem to magnetize every room they enter, that gap is costing you. Every single day. Jobs, opportunities, relationships, alliances. All of it flows toward the men who understand something you were never taught. Not intelligence, not money, not even looks. Something older. Something that operates beneath the surface of every human interaction. The science of attraction. Not romantic attraction, but the deeper pull that makes people want to be near you, trust you, follow you, remember you. That force is not random. It is not luck. It is a skill. And the men at the top of every social hierarchy have mastered it, while you were told to just be yourself and wait. Being yourself and waiting is not a strategy. It is surrender dressed up as patience. The world does not reward the man who waits to be noticed. It rewards the man who understands how human perception works and uses that understanding deliberately, not to manipulate, not to harm, but to finally stop being invisible in a world that has been filtering you out. There was a philosopher who understood this centuries before the science could explain it. Dale Carnegie, dismissed in certain circles as too soft, too optimistic, too focused on liking people rather than dominating them. But those critics missed the deeper architecture of what he was actually teaching, because beneath the warmth of his words was a cold and precise understanding of human psychology. He wrote, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." Read that again, because what he is actually saying is this: most men are broadcasting when they should be receiving. Most men are performing when they should be observing. And the men who learn to reverse that, they become the most magnetic people in any room. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. What you are about to learn will not just help you attract people. It will help you understand exactly how and why you have been repelling them, so that you can stop the leak. The first principle is this: upgrade how you communicate before anything else. Not what you say, how you say it. Most men think attraction is about having the right things to say. It is not. Research in human psychology shows that over half of what people perceive about you comes from nonverbal communication. Your pace, your tone, your pauses. The man who speaks slowly and deliberately sends a signal of inner calm and authority. The man who speaks fast and fills every silence tells everyone around him that he is nervous, that he needs approval, that silence makes him uncomfortable. Think about the last time you rushed through an explanation to someone who intimidated you. They felt that rush. They registered it as weakness, even if they never consciously thought about it. Start speaking slower than feels natural. Start letting silence work for you instead of against you. Drop this in the comments. The day I stopped rushing my words was the day people started actually hearing me. The second principle: hold eye contact, like a man who has nothing to hide. Most men break eye contact too early. They glance away when they speak. They look down when someone challenges them. And every time they do, they broadcast the same silent message. I am not sure of myself. I am not sure of what I am saying. Eye contact is one of the most ancient signals of confidence and trustworthiness in human social hierarchy. Studies consistently show that people rate individuals who hold steady, relaxed eye contact as more intelligent, more trustworthy, and more attractive. The key word is relaxed, not a stare, not an aggressive lock. Soft, steady, present. Like a man who is genuinely interested and entirely unafraid. Practice holding eye contact 1 second longer than feels comfortable in every conversation this week. 1 second. Watch what changes. Drop this in the comments. Eye contact is either your most powerful tool or your most obvious weakness. The third principle. Dress in alignment with who you are becoming, not who you have been. This is where most men make a devastating error. They dress for comfort, for habit, for blending in. But your appearance is the first message you send before a single word leaves your mouth. And that message either opens doors or closes them in the first few seconds, before anyone has consciously made a decision about you. This is not about expensive clothing. It is about intention. It is about wearing what signals to the world that you take yourself seriously. Think about two men walking into the same job interview. Same qualifications, same background. One is dressed with precision, clothes that fit, shoes that are clean, an overall image that says, "I thought about this." The other is comfortable, casual, forgettable. The decision about who to hire is already half made before either man speaks. Dress like the version of yourself you are building, not the version you have settled for. The fourth principle. Own the way you sit and the way you walk. Your posture is not just about your spine. It is a live broadcast of your internal state. When you collapse your shoulders, when you walk with your eyes down, when you make yourself physically small, your nervous system registers that as submission. And the people around you register it too, even if they never articulate it. The man who walks into a room with his chest open, his shoulders back, his gaze forward. He is not just signaling confidence to others. He is generating it in himself. The neuroscience is clear. Your body language does not just express your psychology, it creates it. Start every morning standing tall for 60 seconds before you leave the house, not as performance, as calibration. Set the signal before the world gets a chance to reset it for you. The fifth principle. Lead with your chest, carry a calm smile, and look ahead when you move through the world. This sounds simple, almost embarrassingly simple. But watch the men who command every room they enter. They are not rushing. They are not hunched. They are not scanning nervously to see who is watching. They move as if they know exactly where they are going, and they are in no particular hurry to get there. That quality, that gravitational calm, is what draws people in without a single word. It is what makes strangers want to know who you are. It is what makes people step aside for you without being asked. The world responds to men who move like they belong in it. You belong in it. Start moving like you know that. Drop this in the comments. I stopped moving like I was lost. That is when people started following. The sixth principle. Your handshake is a verdict. Every time you meet someone new and extend your hand, you are delivering a judgment about yourself that they will carry for the rest of the time they know you. A weak grip, a cold palm, a nervous pump. These register as signals of low status, low confidence, low conviction. A firm, warm, steady handshake. Not crushing, not performing, just present and assured. Signals something entirely different. It says, I am comfortable in my own skin. I have nothing to prove and nothing to hide. I am here. Many men underestimate how much weight is loaded into that 3-second exchange. Never underestimate it again. No matter what is happening inside you, regardless of the pressure, the nerves, the uncertainty, your handshake should always communicate the same thing. Calm, solid, certain. Drop this in the comments. How you shake a hand tells people everything they need to know before you speak. Now, here is what all 6 of these principles have in common. They are not tricks. They are not masks. They are signals. They are the language that human beings have been using to communicate status, safety, and power since before language existed. And for years, maybe your entire life up to this point, you have been speaking this language wrong. Not because you are flawed, because nobody taught you, because the world handed you a set of social habits that made you easier to overlook, easier to dismiss, easier to pass over. But that version of you, the one who walked in invisible, who spoke too fast, who broke eye contact first, who dressed like he was trying to disappear, that version is finished. The old you is dead. Not mourned, not missed, simply done. What stands here now is different, more deliberate, more precise, more present. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future, not at other people, at the life you should already be living, the opportunities you should already be walking through, the respect you should already be receiving. You are not chasing anyone's approval. You are not adjusting yourself for anyone's comfort. You belong to no one. Not to the version of you that other people decided on. Not to the social scripts that kept you small and manageable. You are under your own authority now. If this video landed differently than what you usually consume, if it felt less like entertainment and more like a reckoning, then make a decision right now. Subscribe to this channel. Not because I am asking, because you have decided that this level of thinking belongs in your daily life. Because you are done accepting a version of yourself that the world can easily ignore. And I will leave you with one question. Think about it carefully before you answer. Of all the signals you have been sending, through your voice, your eyes, your posture, your presence, which one